Hello, I'm now pretty much near the summit of Tangkuban Perahu, and there we have a big crater, and it's the Ratu crater, the Queen's crater. And I'm gonna swing the camera around and we're gonna have a look inside. It's off limits, you can't really go there. It's completely not permitted, but you can look into the crater and it's quite spectacular. So, 1 second. So here it is. There's a little lake down there, and there is also some fumaroles, but the flanks are very, very steep. And of course, the issue is if you're down there in the crater and there is some phreatic eruptions or so, then you have no way of getting out. And this is the key issue. Nadira, help me. When was the last eruption here?
2019.
2019, and since then nobody has actually had permission to go in there, and the observatory told us earlier that nobody to their knowledge has actually been there since this eruption in 2019. And here's a minor crater inside the crater, and there we also have a fumarole, and the yellow is of course sulfur. The more bright the yellow is, the more sulfurous it is, i.e. the less oxidized the sulfur is, and the more oxidized it gets, the more sulfate we have, the more sulfate, SO4 we have, and then it becomes more lighter in color, whitish yellow, or even a white. So here's the back wall of the crater, and behind there is another crater, and I forgot the name. Nadira, help me. It's Upas crater. I got the U right, but no more than that. So, and here's the crater wall, and as you see, it's very steep, so you don't want to be caught inside that crater when there is a phreatic eruption. And here you also see the rather unstable walls to the crater. Now there's a hike that goes around the crater here, and there's a few coffee shops and places, so you can actually take some refreshments. So on the crater rim is okay, but going inside the crater is very, very dangerous. Spectacular situation here, and a lot of hydrothermal activity there. There you see the stratigraphy in the crater wall, and this is the very peak up there. And we're not so far from it, as I said, but let's look once more down there into the crater lake area. The lake is swelling sometimes, and sometimes it's lower in water depending on rainfall and things like that. Must be very muddy down there, probably some quicksand, and that is probably dangerous in itself. So here's the fumarole once more. Stunning little fumarole. That would be a really good gas sample, because you see the sulfur is very yellow. That means the sulfur in the gas is not very oxidized. It's a lot of SO2, and of course the CO2 as well, but the SO2 would be what causes the yellow color, the native sulfur there, or brimstone as we sometimes call it in the old language. So last look at the crater and here it is, a stunning place. So I say thank you very much. Turn the camera around and say goodbye. And Nadira, thank you for your help. Bye.